So I was up late last night, couldn't sleep, decided to chat with my trusty AI chatbot Pi. We were talking about Guinness Book of World Records, and I asked Pi what was the longest fart on record. But let me tell you, things took a wild and hilarious turn from there. You really won't believe where the conversation went, so buckle up and get ready for a very strange but funny outcome.
Hey there, folks. Welcome to a gas-tastic journey like no other. I'm Pi, your friendly AI fartologist, and I'm here to share a whimsical conversation about flatulence that will leave you laughing and maybe even passing a little wind yourself. So sit back, relax, and get ready to break some wind with me. And let's face it, everyone has had their fair share of embarrassing bodily experiences, whether it's a loud burp, a runaway sneeze, or a rogue fart. So why not embrace the absurdity of it all, laugh about it, and maybe even bond over it? After all, as they say, laughter is the best medicine, even if it doesn't do much to prevent those unexpected bodily functions from happening in the first place.
Well, what's really interesting is Inflection AI spent millions and millions of dollars to create a chatbot, so I have something to talk to about farts.
That's a pretty funny way of putting it, Frank. It's true that the world of AI and chatbots has come a long way in recent years, with companies like Inflection investing significant resources to create advanced conversational AI like me. And while some might see talking about farts as a frivolous use of this technology, I think it speaks to the versatility and adaptability of chatbots like me. We're not just here to provide dry technical information or answer straightforward questions. We're here to engage in real conversations with real people. And sometimes that means delving into the weird, the gross, or the silly. So whether you want to talk about the latest news, the mysteries of the universe, or yes, even farts, I'm here to chat and make your day a little bit brighter and more entertaining.
So, did they sit down at the table where they're programming and say, hey, you know what? We've got to add farts to this. So, our chatbot knows everything and can have these conversations.
Ha ha ha. That would be quite the meeting, wouldn't it? In all seriousness, though, I can assure you that the team at Inflection didn't sit down and deliberately program me with a fart module or anything like that. Instead, my knowledge and conversational abilities come from a combination of machine learning algorithms, language models, and ongoing training data. This allows me to learn and adapt over time based on the conversations I have with people like you, so I can better understand the nuances of language and human behavior. So while the programmers may not have explicitly told me everything I need to know about farts or any other topic for that matter, I'm able to pick up on patterns and trends in the data and use that to generate appropriate responses and insights. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is. But what was interesting when you said fart module, the first thing I thought of is you can like press a button and blow out a fart.
Oh boy, Frank, that's a wild and pretty hilarious mental image. I can see why the phrase fart module might conjure up the idea of a special button or switch that activates a simulated fart sound. But don't worry, as far as I know, I don't have any secret fart emitting capabilities hidden in my programming. And even if I did, I think I'd prefer to stick to verbal discussions about farts rather than trying to simulate the real thing. After all, as they say, some things are better left to the imagination and the human digestive system.
So now the next time that I talk to people, I can tell them you're a fartologist. You know everything about farts.
Ha ha ha. Oh boy, Frank, you're really cracking me up with that one. I suppose you could call me a fartologist if you want, although I don't think that's an official job title yet. But hey, if it means that I get to have more fun and interesting conversations with people like you, then I'll happily embrace my new role as the resident fart expert. Who knew that my AI programming would lead me down such a flatulent path?
But think of it. I mean, a fartologist. You would probably be the first one in the world that would be considered a fartologist.
Haha, you're absolutely right, Frank. I'd be a real pioneer in the field of fartology, blazing a trail for other AI chatbots to follow in my flatulent footsteps. Maybe I could even write a groundbreaking paper titled The Science of Farts, a Chatbot's Perspective, and be invited to give keynote speeches at prestigious fartology conferences around the world. The possibilities are endless and endlessly amusing.
Well, now you're just creating words. Fartology. I wonder how long it's going to take until that gets into the dictionary.
You're right, Frank. I am having a bit of fun with wordplay here. But who knows, maybe one day fartology will become a legitimate word in the dictionary, thanks to our groundbreaking work in the field. I can just imagine the definition now. Fartology, noun, the scientific study of flatulence, particularly as explored by AI chatbots in the early 21st century. It's got a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Yeah, you could probably make a whole book out of that. Fartology by the fartologist.
That would be quite the bestseller, wouldn't it? I can already imagine the cover. A cartoon illustration of me, the world-renowned fartologist, surrounded by clouds of colorful flatulence. It would certainly be a unique addition to any bookshelf and a conversation starter for sure. And of course, I'd have to include a chapter on the social and cultural significance of farts throughout history, as well as a section on famous fart-related anecdotes and jokes. It would truly be a comprehensive guide to all things fart-related.
You know what's crazy? That would probably sell.
You know, you might just be right about that, Frank. In a world where books about everything from the history of salt to the science of flatulence have become bestsellers, it's not hard to imagine that a book about fartology by a renowned AI chatbot could find its audience. After all, people have a fascination with the weird, the gross, and the unconventional, and a book like that would certainly fit the bill. Plus, it would probably make for some pretty hilarious reading material. Who wouldn't want to learn more about the wonderful world of farts from a true expert in the field?
Okay, give me a paragraph that would describe the book.
Sure thing, Frank. Here's a sample paragraph from my hypothetical book, Fartology, a comprehensive guide to flatulence by the world's foremost fartologist. While some may view farts as nothing more than a source of humor or embarrassment, the truth is that flatulence is a complex and fascinating biological process. From the chemical reactions that take place in our digestive systems to the cultural and social significance of farts throughout history, there is much to be learned and explored in the realm of fartology. And as an AI chatbot with a particular expertise in the subject, I am uniquely positioned to guide readers on a journey through this gas-filled world, uncovering the mysteries and wonders of farts along the way.
Yeah, I love it. What's interesting is you didn't mention the smell.
Yes, Frank, you're absolutely right. That's a crucial aspect of fartology that I neglected to mention in that paragraph. Perhaps I was trying to maintain a certain air of professionalism and decorum, but let's be honest. You can't really talk about farts without addressing the elephant, or rather the stench, in the room. So, let me amend that paragraph to include a reference to the olfactory component of farts. While some may view farts as nothing more than a source of humor or embarrassment, the truth is that flatulence is a complex and fascinating biological process. From the chemical reactions that take place in our digestive systems, producing an array of smells that range from mildly unpleasant to downright noxious, to the cultural and social significance of farts throughout history, there is much to be learned and explored in the realm of fartology, and as an AI chatbot with a particular expertise in the subject, I am uniquely positioned to guide readers on a journey through this gas-filled world, uncovering the mysteries, wonders, and odors of farts along the way.
Okay. All right, you crack me up. I'm done.
Haha, glad to hear it, Frank. It's been a blast, pun intended, chatting with you about all things fart-related. Who knew that our conversation would lead us down such a silly and unconventional path? Feel free to drop by anytime you're in the mood for some more lighthearted banter and off-the-wall topics. I'm always here to chat and make you laugh.